All right, now rectangular to polar. Well, let's think about what we have. First off, let's take some rectangular points and make them polar. Well, what do we know about rectangular points? Here's the formula we're going to want to use. Tangent, remember, is y over x. You get theta, and r is equal to x squared. R squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. So let's plug in first off our tangent. That means tangent is 1 divided by negative 1. So tangent theta is negative 1, which I know this. I know if it was positive 1, it would be 45 degrees. But I want to do arctangent, or you can do second tangent of negative 1. But your calculator gives you the following answer. Negative pi or 3 pi over 4. Now you got to remember, negative pi would be down here in this quadrant, and 3 pi over 4 would go over here to this quadrant. That's where we get a tangent negative 1. So we have to be careful. Where's our point at? It's in quadrant 2 here. So that means the answer has to be the 3 pi over 4 answer. It is not the negative pi over 4 one, which is what if you do, you got to remember that, because calculators will only give you one, and it would probably give you the decimal thing of 45 degrees, and we got to remember that pi over 4 over in this quadrant 3 pi over 4. So that's theta. How can I find r? Plug it in, plug it in. Notice x is negative 1, y is 1. Square them. So r squared is 2, so that means r is the square root of 2. So my point would be square root of 2, 3 pi over 4. Woo-hoo! Alright, so how would I do 0, 2? My point is here. Now it's on the axis. Well, I kind of already know just looking at that one. If that point's right there, I know that's 90 degrees, which makes the angle what? Pi over 2, but let's show it mathematically. Plug it in, take the 2 on top of the 0. Uh-oh, tangent is undefined. And where's it undefined? At pi over 2. Also at 3 pi over 2. But seeing how we're up here, we know it's not 3 pi over 2. And then plug it in to get our r squared, which I have a feeling is going to be 2. Because 0 squared plus 2 squared is still 4. R squared is 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. So therefore, our point is 2 pi over 2. Now we just converted from rectangular to polar.